See, now here's the thing. Y'all keep explaining Doug's absence like it's an excuse when it's actually a part of the problem. He stayed married, played happy family on camera, and let Jackie curate her perfect wife image while his kids stayed in the shadows. Silent enablers still deserve smoke.
Let's talk about it.
Shawty, come and swing my way. We ain't gotta waste no time now, baby. Put that all in my face. I just wanna bump and grind on you. On you, on you. Want you on my face, shawty, come and swing my way.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
Clock that tea.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
Everybody knew that you came in as my friend. And like, so.
This is Scotty. She runs the South. Big Lexus was next. What's my ass? What you doing now, nigga? While you doing push-ups?
It's my turn.
I got you one. Go ahead. Come here, come here.
Is that a MAGA hat?
Come here, no, come here.
What is that? Did she just start out a MAGA hat? Girl, make that as Google app great again.
And show her what she hears. She's not young and reckless. Bitch ain't young nor reckless. Bitch.
Oh, who ain't reckless?
Ferrari, like, who ain't my show title? Show me who ain't, so I can go up to them, and then I can have a reason to say my show title again. Because did y'all know that this is Young and Reckless Season 3 hosted by Ferrari? Because if you didn't know that, then guess what? It's Young and Reckless Season 3 hosted by Ferrari. And you bitches are young and reckless on Season 3 of Young and Reckless hosted by Ferrari.
They not letting up this season, and I'm like, whoa, like, y'all bitches is really...
Bitches are really young and reckless. Season 3 hosted by Ferrari. Like,
so now I have to do some investigating with all of the ladies to see how it all went to hell, child.
Can we catch you up? So you know when you were upstairs getting your beauty rest.
Yeah. Can we catch up? Because you know when you're upstairs getting your beauty rest, the way that Kelly talks, because then you have Brent that's like nice school, and then you have Kelly that talks like this. You're like, oh my god.
Space.
Sisterhood, in quotes.
Don't fast forward none of this. Absolutely not. I want to know every last motherfucking thing that Angela said. What the hell did Tangela say to them? Don't keep secrets.
How you doing, RuPaul? Now, Gilbert, you are a very funny man. Have you always been funny?
Alicia, I mean, I definitely understand committing to the character, but like, did she just start hormones yesterday? Where she put her titties? Girl, that is not a test, please. Stop laughing. You transphobic.
I'm a T-girl from the past life.
Protecting the dynasty is a full-time job.
Talking about my shit, you stupid bitch.
I don't even...
Right, because you're talking about my daughter. Jackie, you talking about my daughter. Don't talk about my daughter. Don't talk about my daughter or my daughter's daughter.
No, I feel like at times I rest my case.
What? Not Banner was on Season 2 looking like a country Bama. Girl, I thought that was Shawnee.
What is going on, y'all? It's Scott Santana, aka Chi. And baby, we are back. Okay, we are back for another press and mess because there's a lot of shit going on in the motherfucking press. Okay, this one topic got y'all pressed, and it's okay because I'm gonna keep doing videos on it. Okay, content and coin and content. Okay, now if you are unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, baby, the slap that was heard around the world, Jackie versus Chantel. Baby, we waited 11 motherfucking episodes to get into it. And I already did just get into it, okay? I did a Real Talk video. If you don't know what Real Talk is, baby, that's where we look to the Instagram clips and the Instagram Reels to get into a real conversation, a real talk about the show. So if you want to break down that specific clip and the last episode, essentially like a live review, You can head on over to that video and check that out. But as far as this video right here, baby, we gonna go a little bit deeper because now my commentary is about all of the backlash, okay? Because while a lot of people are on Takari's, I'm sorry, while a lot of people are on Jackie's side, there's still a lot of people that is still trying to bring Takari into it and still Team Chantel and oh, Jackie been Christie and she been problematic. I got things to say about all of that, okay? And I'm warning y'all now, it ain't gonna be pretty, okay? And also, after I finish up with this video, I'm gonna be doing a stars and scandals on Jackie Christie, okay? So while this is a commentary video, my stars and scandal videos is where we look to the stars for the stars, and rather than commentary, we try to get to the spirituality version of it, okay? We try to get to like, what's the spiritual aspect here? Like what's some of the things that's really going on? Like what is spirit saying? What is the universe saying about their relationships? Who Jackie truly is, okay? So without further ado, go ahead and like the video so we can get into it.
When the beat starts bumping, the music starts thumping, I make my way into the crowd. Everybody's moving, the people are grooving, a celebration's happening now. Because I'm not trying to be rich someday. I'm rich right now. I'm not trying to be rich someday, 'cause I'm rich right now. Right now.
Okay, so let's talk about this gaslight Ponderosa that Basketball Wives season 12 was, and why this whole Chantel versus Jackie storyline is one of the most manipulative, dramatic, performative, and honestly, quite frankly, disturbing displays of daughter-mother dynamics that we've seen on reality TV in years. And no, I'm not here to coddle anybody, so if you're easily offended, go ahead and click out, okay? But if you're ready for the truth, let's get cozy. So here's the raw deal, right? Jackie Christie is a lot of things. Loud, yes. Extra, absolutely. Controlling, often. But what she is not is this absolute villain that y'all have tried to make her out to be, based on a narrative that was spoon-fed to us by a grown-ass woman who's been weaponizing the aesthetics of trauma to gain sympathy points and storyline relevancy. Chantel Christie came onto the show not to heal, not to reconcile, but to perform. This was cosplay, emotional manipulation dressed up in matching trauma response buzzwords and crocodile tears. Let's be honest, y'all. Jackie has always been a pick-me. I've said it in several times in several different videos. That's not new information. She married Doug, clung to that relationship like her life depended on it, and chose to play housewife, turned TV star rather than be a nurturing, emotionally present mother. She chose dick over her daughters. And so, yes, she chose Hollywood and men over her kids. That is real. But what Chantel is doing is not accountability. It's retribution disguised as healing. She's using her pain as a weapon and trying to rewrite history and rewrite reality in a way that makes her the perpetual victim and her mother the villain, when the truth is way more complicated. So let's clock what actually happened. Episode 1, Chantel says she moved into Jackie's apartment complex to be closer to her. Let's pause for a second, right? Because if Jackie is such a monster, if she is your lifelong abuser, why would you choose to move into her complex? That's not healing, okay? And let's not forget, she moved into the complex with her child, okay? That's not healing. That's not boundaries. That's obsession. That's unresolved codependency masked as an olive branch. That's, oh, I want to keep tabs on my mother because I crave connection but don't want to admit it. Then, get this, because she goes to Jackie's place of employment to apply for a job. Bitch, what? If you're so triggered by this woman, why would you choose to insert yourself into every corner of her daily life? And then you want to cry about being unsafe, but you're following her like a shadow? Like, it's given emotional manipulation, and it's given, I want to be close enough to control the narrative. Let's talk about the actual moments on camera. Every time Jackie tries to have a conversation with Chantel, Chantel shuts it down with deflection and aggression, and y'all eat it up like gospel because it's projecting your own unhealed mother wounds onto the storyline. Chantel doesn't want to talk. She wants to control the story. Soon as Jackie opens her mouth, Chantel raises her voice. Jackie says, let's heal. Chantel says, you're a bitch. Jackie gets frustrated. Chantel swings. Let's get serious, right? let's get serious. Chantel walked into Jackie's room, called her all kinds of disrespectful names, physically put hands on her, and then when Jackie responded, she played victim. Like Jackie wasn't just disrespected in her own space. Like she wasn't just pushed to the edge after trying to maintain peace. And what did Chantel do next? Run to Jackie's co-workers, not her trauma circle, not her bestie therapy group, but she ran to Brandy, Jennifer, and Evelyn, the women who are paid to be there, because the plan was never about healing. The plan was to isolate Jackie, to build a coalition. And clearly, these women are all too eager to jump on the Jackie hate train because it gives them screen time and Fox moral superiority. Now, we're not going to pretend like Chantel's storyline wasn't drafted off the backs of Takari's past claims, because it was. She knew that by aligning herself with that narrative that people would immediately side with her. She didn't need to prove anything. All she had to do was cry, reference rogue childhood memories, say, take the chicken out the freezer in a somber tone, and boom, instant support, instant trauma bond. Do y'all not realize how insidious that is? There are real survivors of abuse who are watching this mess and feeling manipulated, because what Chantel is doing is not accountability. It's emotional blackmail. And let's be clear, Chantel does have mommy issues. Valid ones, okay? Valid. Nobody's denying what the fuck she's going through. Well, I am. Nobody's denying that there might be something there. But come on now. Jackie was not the mother that she needed, clearly, right? But instead of owning that and going to therapy, she came onto the show and decided to stage an emotional coup. And the viewers, being so desperate to see themselves in somebody, is letting her get away with it. Now, it's not everybody. Thankfully, when you go and you search the Basketball Wives hashtag, a lot of people are like, nah, Chantel, you full of shit. But then there are people that are, again, unhealed and have a lot of mommy wounds that they need to deal with, that are sitting here like, oh, Jackie's the villain, Jackie's the villain, Jackie's the villain. And here's the thing for me, right? Because I even had somebody tweet me and try to get in my ass about this situation, talking about, oh, Doug is the money maker and But see, listen, here's what I find funny that nobody's talking about, right? When it comes to Doug, Mr. I want to remarry Jackie every year. Yeah, the husband, the one who supposedly lived through all of this chaos that Chantel is claiming, but never said a word, right? Never defended the kids, never stepped in. Because, you know, the excuse running around is, oh, well, Doug was never there. Doug was never there. You know, he was hardly around. He had his basketball career, right? Okay. But Doug also never said, Jackie, stop. If the abuse was that bad, then why is Doug not getting the smoke? Oh, right. Because he's quiet and he stays out the way, and y'all mistake silence for innocence. Doug was either clueless, cowardly, or complicit. But because he's a man, y'all protect soft-spoken fathers like they're unicorns, and he gets a pass. And Jackie gets dragged again. Right. Because this whole storyline was cooked up to dethrone Jackie from her main character status. And it almost worked. But if you really pay attention, this shit was sloppy. Chantel keeps saying she wants to be besties with Brittany and Denise. Like, girl. They running around calling themselves the big three when really they're more of the bottom three. And then after we saw Chantel curse Jackie out, she runs right back to her quote unquote besties and says she wishes that she had that relationship with her mother. What? It's given, let's team up against my mom because I never got the soft hugs I wanted as a child. Even Brittany started going off and breaking down and crying because she never had that. And it's just like, I think people need to like separate the difference between people being who they are and somebody actually abusing you. And I think Brittany and Chantel are conflating issues because they didn't have warm, soft, nurturing mothers. They're conflating it as abuse. And is it abuse, or is it just that your mothers decided to take on more of a fatherly, stricter parental role? Whether they had to be that because the father wasn't around, or whether or not that's just how they are, period. But something about that is real pick me, real male identified, real, oh, every woman is supposed to be soft, femininely, and cunt, and you know, I was about to say the word, but let me not. But there's something there. There's something there with that I do not like. that I do not like at all. Because I feel like that's really where a lot of their issues are stemming from. And that's why fucking Chantel resents Jackie. And again, I'm not saying that Jackie's perfect. She's absolutely a flawed woman who probably passed down generational dysfunction. But you don't fight dysfunction with deception. You don't pretend to want healing when what you really want is a televised takedown. The fuck? And the fact that so many people are eating up Chantel's storyline without asking questions is telling. It's very telling. Y'all are trauma bonding with a bitch who is performing. Let me say that one more time. Y'all are trauma bonding with a bitch who is performing. She's not healing. She's acting, and she's good at it. But if you can't see the manipulation underneath the tears, then baby, maybe you're not as healed as you think you are either, right? And we can go deeper. If we pretend that this abuse is 100% true, because again, I don't believe none of this shit. Okay, this is just fodder for content and coin and content. I don't believe that this shit is true at all. But let's say we did pretend that the abuse is 100% true. Then yes, Jackie needs help. But then what does that say about Doug? What does that say about Doug? What does that say about the rest of the family? What does it say about the people who kept showing up to her vow renewals, her events, her birthday dinners? What does it say about the fucking grandmother who allegedly helped raise them? Why is everyone else complicit until it's convenient to cry on camera? Because the truth is, everyone benefited from Jackie. Her name, her fame, her status on the show, Chantel included. And that Jackie is aging out of her prime villain role, Chantel sees a gap. Chantel sees a power vacuum, and she stepped into it with a storyline that lacked depth but had just enough trauma-adjacent keywords to trend on Twitter. See, what Chantel saw was, oh, my mother's getting ready to retire, and Jackie probably even told her, I'm going to bring you on the show. You're a familiar face. Obviously, I already know the people. Obviously, I'm already a fan fave. I can help you get through the door. And Chantel says, all right, bet. I'm going to use this as a moment to try to take you down and expose you. And that's going to be my claim to fame. Because I know there's people out there that don't like you. I know production might not like you. I know some of your cast might not like you. And so that'll solidify my spot on the show versus me just coming in and people looking at me like I'm some Nepo baby that only got a chance on the show simply because of who my mother is. Chantel, I see the fucking play. I see the play. Chantel didn't just want her mother to apologize. She wanted the throne. She wanted the crown of pain. And y'all gave it to her because it felt familiar. Because you too got yelled at over chicken or yelled at over something stupid. Or hell, even if your problems with your own mother and family was deeper, you still projected your situation just like Britney. Okay? I don't understand. We sit here digging in Britney's ass. Some of this wild takes that I'm seeing on Twitter is just as bad as Britney. Some of y'all are doing the exact same thing, projecting your pain and your trauma onto Chantel's situation. And y'all are getting so much delight and joy out of watching his mother and daughter separate. And I'm not the person at all who feels like, oh, because you're of a certain age or because somebody's your parent, they can't be talked to any type of way. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how many stupid, fuck, bitch ass, dumb ass hoes I've called my mother before to her face? Okay? Me and my mother have a toxic ass relationship to the point where I cannot be around this bitch physically. The only time she's able to be nice is if I'm not around her physically. We have a texting relationship because that's the only way we can coexist. Because when I'm in person with this bitch, she has to dominate. She has to let me know who's boss. She has to, put me in my place and remind me why I never should have been born type shit. But again, there's a difference between regular black household shit like, oh, if you don't take the chicken out the freezer, I'm gonna whoop your ass, versus actual abuse and actual, I'm trying to cut you to the red meat, to the white meat. I'm trying to make you feel as though you are a burden and you should have been abandoned and I should have aborted you. There's a complete difference. And what Chantel is doing, she's playing in our face. And a lot of y'all that have not healed from your personal trauma, y'all are allowing her to, because all you see is a child who's screaming out for help or crying out for help, just like you. The difference is Chantel is lashing out and she's also the aggressor, but she's claiming victim. Right? So because you too felt unloved at 14, here's the difference. A lot of us either went to therapy or journaled it out and found a way to heal. Chantel decided to make it applied. And let me say this to the audience again. Stop using reality TV as your healing tool. These are not therapists. These are not gurus. These are women in wigs being paid to entertain. And if you're crying over somebody else's unresolved family trauma on a VH1 show, I'm going to need you to log off and call your real mom or your real therapist, or hell, hold on. Me, thealigningsouls.com, book a fucking alignment reading. But look into these bitches to help heal what you got going on with you and your mama. Girl, cut it out. 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 Okay? Jackie Christie may not win Mother of the Year, but she definitely didn't deserve a public takedown based on a narrative that was flimsy, manipulative, and frankly, insulting to real survivors of familial abuse and trauma. Chantel is not some broken, poor little bird. Like, she's a grown-ass woman who made calculated choices to manipulate an audience. And Jackie, even with all her flaws, she was trying. We saw her for 12 episodes try. We've seen her walk away time after time. And if you ask me, honestly and truly, I think what's really going on, aside from Chantel resenting Jackie because Jackie was more of a father role than a mother role, which, mind you, has nothing to do with Jackie personally. Because when you actually heal and you grow up, you realize, oh, this world does not revolve around me and I can't change people. I have to just accept them for who they are. And that's the point when you say, okay, if is who you are naturally as who you are, is that good enough for me to keep you in my life? And if you decide to go no contact, then cool. But you can't hold Jackie accountable for having a personality that she doesn't stereotypically have. Because society will make women feel bad if they aren't the type to be a housewife or cater to a man or go to a job and then come home and cook for him. Like, society does it all the time to women. And Jackie's doing it to her own mother. Because Jackie isn't more of the mother that's like, come here, let me paint your toenails. Let's share secrets and now Jackie's the bad guy. And what we've seen over the seasons is, yes, we've seen Jackie overcompensate when it's come to Chantel. Because honestly and truly, I think it's less about colorism, and I feel like it's more of Jackie has already experienced one failed marriage. She got with Doug, said, I'm not failing another marriage again, hence why they get remarried every goddamn season, because that's part of Jackie's codependency and abandonment issues of this has to work. And then at the same time, because this has to work, I'm going to treat my man and his kids the best. So Takari ends up feeling like the black sheep, whereas Chantel ends up feeling like the golden child. And I do feel like there's a level of protection here. After watching this episode, I'm starting to wonder, are there mental issues when it comes to Chantel? Because Jackie has alluded to, I know how Chantel gets when she's upset. And I'm wondering, is she really silent and walking away because she knows that there's some mental issues and disorders that could be exposed about Chantel and she's still trying to protect her? Because out of everything that we've seen from this last episode, the way that Chantel literally assaulted her mother, pushed her mother, and then ran and cried and act like Jackie just started swinging on her out of nowhere and play victim, baby, that's psychopathic manipulation if I've ever seen it. And if Chantel was a nigga, since so many of y'all hate men, if Chantel was a man that did some shit like that, we would never hear the fucking end of it. But because there's so many people that have not healed from their own issues that need to go and heal and sit on somebody's couch and talk about that, we going to excuse Chantel's behavior? Absolutely the fuck not. There's something deeper going on. And of course, like I said, we're going to get to the bottom of it in my Stars and Scandals video. This is all my commentary now, but we're going to get to what the fuck Spirit has to say about all of these relationships within Jackie's life. But let's go ahead and wrap this video up right here, okay? Because none of this was healing. None of it. None of it. And like I said, Jackie, even with all her flaws, was trying. But y'all were too busy seeing your own trauma in the screen to see what was really happening. This wasn't redemption. This was exploitation. And people ate it the fuck up. So, I'm sorry. Listen, if this hit you in the chest, then good. Then good. Okay? That means you're ready to do the real healing work. Book a full alignment reading with me on thealigningsouls.com and let's get to the root. Not the surface, and damn sure not the storyline, but the soul. And also, keep in mind, while Mercury is in retrograde, where's that? While Mercury is in retrograde, baby, that's the best time to revisit and reset and realign. So I'm also offering special Mercury retrograde readings right now to help you move through the confusion and the ego traps and all the emotional flashbacks that this transit can bring up. So don't just watch drama, but heal yours. Let's get aligned, okay? And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Tell you every time I saw on the bed, none of these bitches is